am here. I am here. I'm just printing something very last minute for the show, would you believe? Because it's just come through on the old Google Drive, because we have got 3 makes over the next 2 days. How many of them we get done today? Good morning to you. Nobody knows. Nobody knows, because we've got a lot of kits to show you today. Good morning. How are you? Well done to everyone that managed to get the tapestry kits from yesterday. They are rather gorgeous, aren't they? Wow. Gosh, so much has happened in a day. So today we are looking at some old patterns revisited. We've gone back, we've looked at them, and we've gone, gosh, you know, we've been doing this for 4 years. 4 years, and our style of pattern has changed a lot in that time. Some of these haven't been digitally available for all of our international viewers, and so it's time to have a little revamp. So the ones that we are revamping for you today, it's not that one, not that one. That's the old style, just in case the new one didn't get printed off today. These are the 3. Has worked her wizardry. Fact. And these are the 3. So we have got our folded pouch with a magnetic clasp. This was a really early one, and I can tell from the fabrics, it was a really early one. This was before we had H640, things like that, and we used wadding offcuts. Now, you can use H640 for any of today's makes, but I've put wadding in there because, do you know what, a lot of us have wadding offcuts anyway to use up. Sometimes it just gives a really lovely feel, and sometimes we just want that. Some people don't have irons, don't like using adhesives, things like that. So it's just to give you another option. And the size of wadding that is in each of today's kits is 20 by 20. So if you want to use it instead to back a cushion, then you've got that option as well. So the kits today will make your hexie needle keep, your hexie needle keep, your scissor keep, your folded pouch. So we're getting you organized, and you can have all 3 of these today together, or matchy, which I rather love. We love a bit of matchy, helps if I put the lights on, doesn't it? So over the weekend, I've spent a vast amount of time putting these kits together to enable you to make these. But ultimately, whether you make these or you don't, what you're getting is a really useful kit. I've shoved a zip in there just in case you don't want to do this and you want to just do something with a zip. You've got a zip, you've got a magnetic clasp, you've got some ribbon, you've got wadding, and you've got 2.5 meters of fabric in these kits that I'm going to show you this morning. Now, the thing about the kits this morning is there are a lot of them. Some of them are the last of the fabrics that we've got, but they are made up into these kits. If you want them, great, absolutely fabulous, go for it. They are $14.99 a kit, which already is incredible value given everything that you're getting in there. On top of that, if you buy 3 of them, then we'll give you 1 of them for half price. You can't say fairer than that, really, can you? Also, we have put a bundle together. If you want these printed, this last version is just being updated. If you would like these today printed, then we are going to do 3 for 2 on that. So you're basically getting 1 of these patterns for free, and when they're printed off, they will be the updated versions for you, the brand new versions. And it's just it's having a look at, actually, can we rewrite these in a more logical way, in an easier to follow way? Can we lay it out better for you? Can we describe things better for you? So we've really had a look, and we've revisited some of these, because if we haven't learnt from all the patterns we've done over the last 4 years, doing 3 patterns a week on average, then, you know, what are we doing? Quite frankly, what are we doing? Do you know what are we doing? Let's say hello to everyone, shall we? Let's have a little look. I've got a very full studio in here this morning because Josh is away, so I've got all the dogs and everyone in here. But hopefully there's a bit of sun coming in. Hopefully they will just sleep That's what I'm hoping for. So who have we got this morning? We have got with us this morning Diane and Liz, good morning. And Jules, good morning. Sophie, good morning. Jimmy, good evening. Hi, Sylv. Sylv, did we answer your questions yesterday? Helen says, good morning, everyone. Just dipping in as I have to take the cat to the vet. Oh, I hope the cat is okay. Morning, Auntie Lizzie. Claire's here. Karen's here. And Ginny's here. Good morning, everyone. Good evening to our Antipodean crafters. Nice, I like that. I set fire to my MK padded jacket this morning, leaning over a scented candle. Ooh. I have now snipped very donations from my jackadoodle and poodle to replace the burnt padding. Amazing. And have made a patch in Glorious K fabric. Now a rather snazzy MKKF jacket. I'm loving that, Ginny. I'm loving that. I have in the past made some rather whizzy horse rug repairs. If you've got Bond and Repair or Heat and Bond or any of our like mesh glue type things for applique, they work a treat in fixing all these things. Lowe's here, good morning. Again, only sort of here, that's fine. Oh. Hang on, have I got the right Sylv now? I'm confused. Maybe I've confused myself. Hello, Angela, and Ellen as well. All here. I could be going completely and utterly mad. Right, there's every possibility. Let's have a look then, shall we? I've got a few other things to tell you. There is one quilt kit left. This was Jane's quilt kit from last week. I've got one. There it is. I've got one left in pink. That is it. And then that is gone. This is the fern shawl. So I've got one of those left. And then it's gone, gone, gone. Maybe we'll sell the sample at some point as well. But for now, that is all that I have left of that. And then they're all gone. Which meant, because we cut all the kits, and we cut all the kits yesterday, so if you are expecting your fern shawl kit, that was cut. I have packed them this morning, and Monty has done all the posty bit that I don't really know how to do, and they will be winging their way to you with Postman Paul. We have a Postman Paul, lovely Popo Paul will pick them up tonight, and you'll get them either tomorrow or the next day. That is my understanding on that. Right, now I know one of these have sold, but we have got 1 metre and 7 centimetres left in each of these. We were going to put them up cut to order by the ½ metre, but I'm like, no, do you know what you do actually need? You're going to want that length. You're not going to want to cut that down. So I've put them up as bolt ends. When I say I have, what I mean is I said, Gemma, please could you do that? So they've all gone up, and I know one of them is sold, but I'm not quite sure which isn't really, you know, very much help to anyone, is it? This is called Ron. So if you're getting the pink kit, this is the background that you're getting. This is the pink one. This is the green one, teal one, and this is the purple one. The purple and the teal have all sold out kit-wise, but like I say, this is the last of this fabric. We will look at what we've got left in the other fabrics from this collection, see if we can ½ metre heaven what we've got left for this week's ½ metre heavens. We'll take a good look at those. But yeah, that was just a little aside for anybody that absolutely loved those kits from last week. Right, so if you are glue basting today, if you've got a spray base, I spray base my quilts, so I have a spray based. But otherwise today you can either use your 1/4 inch wash away tape, or you can use a fabric glue pen. We've got a So Easy one, or we've got a So Line one. The choice is yours. In each of the kits, and have a good rummage, you will get a sheet of felt. You will get a 20 by 20, so a ½ metre squared piece of wadding. It's our beautiful, beautiful wadding. That's our white, our super white one. And then you'll get a ½ meter, like a ½ meter heaven really, ½ meter, and then your ribbon so that you can do various ribbony bits. You will get a magnetic clasp for the folded pouch with the magnetic clasp. You've got a zip in there just in case you want to make anything with a zip afterwards. Or I might look at how I can put a zip into the folded pouch and do like a next step up version. I'm not going to promise that because I'm more interested in getting your orders out to you at the moment. That's where I stand on that. So that's what is in each of the kits. Would you like to have a look at these options? Because there be a lot of them. There be a lot of them. Let's start then here. Can I just show you the sort of, I'm not going to get out the felt and the felt and that. This is the kiss. Now, if you're going for the kiss, you're getting even more value for money because this is a longer length fabric. This is more of a dress weight making width. So this is a 56 inch, not 44 inch. So you're getting even better value. There's your gold clasp there. You've got your zip and you've got your thread in there. Ooh, 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 ooh. So that's the kiss. Now some of these kits I've only got 1s and 2s of. This one I've got 4 of the kiss for you, which is rather lovely. Shall I get a big handful out at a time? I've got 4 of these. And I just love that I've managed to find a beautiful bit of matching ribbon. And then these is your ocean pearls with, this has gone with a macawa. So again, you're getting a bit extra here as well, because that's gone with a macawa fabric because it just was the nicest one to go with it. So, you know, if you've gone for that one, congratulations, you are also getting an absolute steal of a bargain. We might be here sometime today showing all of these, so it might mean that we do 2 demos tomorrow and just do a simple easy one today. Who knows? I've only got one of these. But it is absolutely beautiful. This is a 7 berries. I've put it with bamboo because it's just tonally, that's just where it is. And then you've got that lovely ivory thread. You've got the gold there. There's sort of a grey tone in the background, so I went with a grey 12-inch zip there. If nothing else, it's just nice to have something that's all matchy-matchy, I think. These are now live on the website, so you can fill your boots. Shop ahead, find the ones you want. This is Corinne Haig. This is the last of the pagoda. You've got your pink zip in there to go with it all. You've got lovely, there we go. I've put this with spearmint. So you've got the ribbon to match. You've got your pagodas there. And you've got, what a really nice bundle. Don't forget you've also got your felt and your wadding in each of these as well. I know I keep saying it, but I keep forgetting that I put it all in there. Young Emily decided to come and help me this weekend, putting all these together. Her rates have gone up. I'm now having to pay her in Pokemon cards. Would you believe? Right, this is Dashwood. This is really sweet, and actually this is a really useful one because it's non-directional fabric. I've tried to choose as many non-directional fabrics as I can. It's not always going to be the case. The pagodas go all over the shop. You're fine with that. But here you have it, and I love that I've managed to find a peach coloured zip to go with the peach in the background there, to go with the peach and the flowers. Hooray! And also some of these are smaller prints as well. We get so used to, don't we, the big cave prints. But these are just smaller ones so that they're better for smaller projects. There's plenty to fussy cut with as well. Oh, I could have 2 clasps in there, don't need that. So this has got ladybugs in. This is a Dina Designs one, and look, I found a little ribbon to go with that, and then a navy zip with those. I think I've got 5 of the ladybugs, but they're just absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So let's put that back in there. We have got 5 of the Andover fabrics. Like I say, you don't have to make this make or these makes. They're just fabulous in your stash to have the zips and the threads and everything to match. Threads, ribbons, you know what I mean. There, I'm just going to have a quick slurp of coffee. I've become that mum that just has the big travel size on the go thing of coffee, vat of coffee. Because otherwise I just leave them, they get cold everywhere, and then I come back to them like, no. Oh, now this is pretty. This is really pretty. This is, oh, this is going to be a lovely one to work with. This is a percale, I don't know. I can't say it right, can I still? I've matched it with claret. I've gone though for a bright red thread ribbon because I think that's beautiful. But in the background there it's navy, so I've gone with a navy zip. And then there is your gold magnetic clasp in there. So we've tried to put in coloured magnetic clasps to sort of go with the fabrics as much as we can. And then here we've got another Alison glass. This is the last of the Alison glass. It's with spearmint. Oh, you see, this was a really satisfying one as well because I had the thread, I keep calling it thread, the ribbon to go perfectly with that. Your navy zip to go, your spearmint in the background, which picked up that. And I was like, that is very, very satisfying. That makes me very happy. These have been so beautifully put together. And then you've got, of course, your magnetic. I've got 5 of these, and then they're done. That's it. That's the rest of that fabric gone. You can really see that we were busy with these. This is another one I've only got one of, and that's the mushrooms. I love the mushrooms, but I've only got one of them. With a peach zip, with an ivory coloured ribbon and a silver what's it. This is really beautiful, isn't it? I don't know, do you know what, this made me get the old light box back up and running. It had got a bit squashed in the move, I'm not going to lie, and it is now held together with some gaffer tape. White, all works beautifully. But yeah, I really felt I'd achieved something when I fixed that. It's like, yes, look at me managing to do all of this. Oh, this is the last of the Tula. We're expecting some more Tula in any day, by the way. Any day. Which is the dinosaur ones, which is raw. So if you are one of our Natasha Makes premium design members, of course, you're going to get your 10% off that when that comes in. Now, here we go. This is the last of it. I've taken the pink and I've done that as your matching background thread fabric. There is your pink zip because it's all pinks and reds, and then I've done a lovely red ribbon. Love this bundle. Love this bundle. This is Puppy Dog Eyes in Blossom. I'm really sorry if you can hear snoring. It's Ruben. He's done that big dog thing, if we're talking Puppy Dog Eyes, of just, he's been, because no one's been in one place this morning, it stresses him out a little bit because he gets a bit anxious as to who to be with. And he's just tried to follow me around everywhere. So he's now finally, now that I'm in one place, he's finally just crashed. And he's doing that proper deep puppy sleep. Because for Great Danes, he's only 16 months old. He is still he's basically just a big puppy. He is just a big puppy. And until he starts to chill out and relax a little bit, we're never going to get any weight on him. So this is nice. He's asleep in the sunshine, so apologies if you can hear snoring. But I'm sorry, not sorry on that front, because it's nice to see him relaxed. This is your Chubby Cheeks and Clover. I've put it with Baltic. I've gone like a shade darker and then brought in this ribbon, which I think is gorgeous. And then there's sort of a grey-greeny colour in the background, so I've gone with the grey zip with that bundle. And there's your magnetic clasp going back in. But that's the last of the chubby cheeks. I thought we'd sold out of the chubby cheeks, but no. This is another one. I don't think we've had this available to buy by the half metre, but this is peacock plumes with bright pink. I've done a black zip because it's all black around there. I've done a black zip, black ribbon, and then your magnetic clasp is in there. I think I've done well. I do. And I do like being able to bring you incredible value for money, which I think we've done today, all over the shop. And then this one here, don't forget felt wadding, everything else. This is the pink version. And you have got spearmint, and again, I've only got 4 of these. Spearmint, and then you've got your peacock plumes in your pink, which just, and then again with the black zip and the black. It's all going on. It's all in there and it's all going on. There are a lot of kits. I hope you're keeping up. Should we just check everyone's all right while I get the next lot up? Who have we got? Who have we got? Oh, is my microphone rubbing on something? Sounds like a lion purring. That could be Ruben snoring, to be fair. Oh, low, rich tea bickies. Oof. Oof. Oh, well, you do Ron running, everyone? Everyone's do Ron running, are you? Amazing. Gemma, is that one that we have sung ad nauseam with these kits? I didn't think my mic was going to rub today because I found the little thing that it's meant to have. We're all very clear now, aren't we? Let's put these to one side. And let's have a look at these ones. Is everybody else okay though, just whilst we're checking? Because my microphone isn't rubbing on anything. It's not actually. It's not doing it. Does anyone remember the Helen Pace version of the song? No, I don't. Can you put the mic on Ruben so we can hear the puppy snores? Oh, he is having a proper... He is having a proper good snore down there. You know, and their breath goes really, really deep. He's just down here. There's a big lump of a puppy down there, and there's another one over there, sound asleep. And he's all gangly, bless him. Bless the big boy. Let's have a look at the next one. Is that better, by the way, with my mic? I've moved it slightly, but it's not actually touching anything. Let me check back here that we are all tightly. Of course it's going to rub on the day that IT is not in the building, is away on a meeting. Right, let's have a look at these fabrics then, shall we? See what we have got. Oh, I love this one. This is Sam Wild. This is Posy Pompons, which confused me. And I did keep saying to Gemma, have we spelt that right? Oh, Gemma, bless you, said, there is wizardry still to be worked on the folded pouch, so the digital will follow. However, we do have a 3 for 2 on digital products as well today. On these kits, if you buy 3, the third is half price if you're putting 3 in your basket, and that will automatically happen at checkout. If you want the 3 patterns printed, and you're getting one of those for free, then that is one item in its own right, which is on today's show at www.natashamakes.com. I absolutely love... Oh, I forgot how much I love these. I might demo in these today. Look at that. Look at that. It's just beautiful. And again, absolutely perfect, non-directional. Lovely, lovely, lovely jubbly. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Pop that in there. The rustling, of course, could just be me with the plastic. That could be it. Now let's have a look at this one. This is called Spangled. I've put it with azalea. You've got a navy zip because there's navy blue in there. But then, oh, look at the colour of your ribbon. Picking out all that beautiful spearmint in there. I just love these bundles. And I love that we've been able to accessorise them. And I've got 5 of these. Fill your boots, as they say. Fill your boots. This is the last one of these. This is your Rose Garden in Peat with blush. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. So you've got this pink here for your background, but you've got a lighter pink there, which is what I've picked out with the zip. And then you have got your ivory colour to pick out those bits. So it's like an ombre going on with your background with these. Do you know what? None of these were thrown together. So much thought goes into each of these bundles. A lot of time and effort goes into that, but I've only got one of those. Now this, again, this is a great multi-directional one. And this is, we had this fabric. Oh yeah, look, I've done the darker teal thread with that because it's in there. And you've got your navy, 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 all of that. Now we've had this fabric before, and when we've had it before, we've made your little zipper pouches. It's really handy. I love this. Yeah, look. It's got all my pens in there. Oh! And a clip. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Whoop. There we go. Now. Is this one that I was going to demo in? No, I've got a floral one. Again, this is a 7-berry one. You've got your blues. You've got sort of paisley flowers in this. It's very, very beautiful. It's vintage floral. I can't remember. No, this is the one that was that Kaufman designed. These ones were the ones that Kaufman designed for 7-berry, but it's the same, from the same sort of collection, which is just glorious. And what it provides for us when we get to the Kaufman ones are really affordable Kaufman, because normally Kaufman is very expensive, as we all know. Case in point, here we go. This is your vintage floral, and you can see we've got it in 2 different colourways here, designed by Robert Kaufman for 7-berry. 7-berry are a Japanese company. Now, I don't know if you know, but the Japanese fabric printing sort of side of things is very, very impressive. It is where Lisa Chandler gets her fabrics printed, because she knows that's where she's going to get just the best effects on her printing. So when I see Japanese printed fabrics, I'm always tempted, and 7-berry never disappoints at all. So what we have got with here is coral, that beautiful foliage. This is the last one, and then you've got that lighter pink zip, your ivory ribbon, and you've got your zip pull there. So again, another really rather beautiful bundle. We've got loads and loads and loads of different patterns to use zips in. I've put in a 12-inch zip because then you can do things like the pocketed pouch and stuff like that. I am down to my last 2 or 3 of this. This is your Sanderson. You've got your pear and pomegranate on this. You've got the birds in there. I've matched that thread, that ribbon beautifully. And then you've got this with duck egg as your background. And I've picked out the navy of the pomegranates. And away we go. It's a goodie, it's a goodie. So do please make the most of these. We're nearly there. I've got a handful more to show you. And we are there. This is Sevenberry again. This is Kaufman for Sevenberry. This is your foliage in your blues. Look at that Hawaiian that we've picked it out to go with. And then you've got your navy zip. You've got your cream to pick out the background there, and your Hawaiian, which picks out this incredible blue in here. So again, it's not just been a thought for what backing fabric to put it with, plain fabric to put it with. It's also a matter of what colour to do everything with, really. Now, this is a Sanderson. This is the last of the Fusang. I love the Fusang. When I say it's the last of the Fusang, it's the last of the Fusang that I'm selling, because I'm keeping a whole heap of this for myself because I love it very, very, very much. This is from the Water Garden collection by Sanderson. It's absolutely stunning. And again, just being able to bring all of those colours together. Again, I've put this with Misty Blue, which is a shade darker than that background colour. But again, I just think it works. I was a little bit smug with this because I thought, yeah, that's rather beautiful. Really rather beautiful. Oof, lovely. There are a few quilts that when we have them on the show, they will never be sold. And Sandersons are regularly one of them. Regularly, because I just adore them. Right, I've got a Lewis and Irene one here. I've got 4 of these, and then that's it. So, I don't know, I just thought the purple went with this. And then I've picked out a grey zip, just to go a shade darker than the fabric. The ivory there, picking out the shells. Just thought it was nice. Just thought it was nice. And then you've got your silver zip to go with the grey. Silver zip. Silver magnetic clasp. It's not a difficult word, and yet it evades me. So that is the last of the Lewis and Irene fabric for that. This is the one that I showed you that I started with. Again, this is your Sevenberry floral cream, floral in blue and cream with cadet blue. That's the one I'm going to demo in. And then we have got this one here, which is your tulips. And again, duck egg there. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We're all good to go. Hooray! And again, another beautiful yet non-directional fabric. Exquisite. I've only got 3 of those. That's it. And then we're done. Let's put these away. So I realise that was quite a lot. Quite a lot to go through. Quite a lot. Where we're at, yeah, we're already 10:30 just in showing fabrics. But I do think it's worthwhile doing it. Let me just check that Gemma doesn't have anything else that I need to see. No, we're all good. Let's check everybody else is okay on Facebook. Let's have it. Oh, someone's put an angry face. Oh, Sophie, here's Puppy Snores. He's not stopped snoring now. Mabel's gone on her beanbag, so she's happy. Yeah, isn't it strange that animal snores are so strict, yet hubby snores might result in the listener getting a jail sentence? I'm not going to lie, there are some nights where I just get snoring in stereo and I hate everybody. Yeah. Hi Claire, hello Martin. Sevenberry do gorgeous metallics. In fact, Sevenberry just do really gorgeous fabrics, and I think they're really underrated and not that well known, and it upsets me. Claire says it's one contented puppy. He is getting there. Hi from Toowoomba in Oz, on holiday from Tasmania. I mean, that just looks like a made-up name. But it's just fabulous. And hello to you, Colleen. Hello, Sue. Hello. Right, shall we make something? Let's start off with the scissor keep. let's do that first. And then we'll see how we go on time. The scissor keep is here. Oh, hang on, we've got a new version of the scissor keep. We've all got scissors. It doesn't matter. If you start to craft, you have scissors. That's it. And so keeping them well is a good thing. Now, we did this initially as a duo, really, with the hexy needle keep and then the scissor keep, and we did bundles with Liberty fabric. Was how that went. Oh, he's got his nose pressed right up against his bed. So, oh, were you suffocating yourself, Ruben? Did you have to move? Yeah. So that's why they're done. So it was always meant to be as a duo. And then I thought, well, actually, the folded pouch is a really nice one as well, because then you've got somewhere to put things into. So, and you can get this out of your bundle. So 3 makes out of a bundle for $14.99 makes it a £5 a make, which I don't think is too bad at all. Should you choose to make these, it's entirely up to you. I'm going to work with the fleece just because it gives a really, really, really beautiful protection to the scissor blades, so that you can stack them one on top of the other. Oh, you see, this is back in the day before somebody blunted my beautiful Fiskars scissors. Sad times. Right, let's have a look. So these are revamped instructions for you. In your you will need fabric, we're going to cut going to cut 2 pieces of fabric. Now, when I did this in the Liberty, I did it in 2 contrasting florals. I'm going to do this today. I haven't made this in years. In years. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I made one of these. So let's hope that Gemma's done a good job on revamping these instructions, because I've got to use them today. I've got to use them today. But these don't take up a huge amount of fabric, these makes. So if you are making to sell, you know our policy on that. Make and sell away. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. You are so very, very welcome to do that as far as I am concerned. Right. Let's just get rid of that end bit. Now we need to cut this. I need a bigger ruler. Here we go. Let's swing this around so it's actually easy to use. There it is. So that's all we're going to use fabric-wise. And so you can see you have got rather a lot to make all the other things. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to cut this down. The hexy needle keep was originally done. I remember when my grandma passed, I inherited her sewing stuff. And within that was a needle keep that I had made her out of felt when I was a little 7-year-old in school. And so I always think of those things, that it's something that you will probably keep, probably, for some time. Now you see, just in that offcut alone, you're going to be able to get some of your hexies out for your hexie needle keep, which means you still have a big chunk of fabric going on there for other projects. Like I say, these do not use large amounts of fabric at all, just not at all. We are going to take a little 5-inch piece of ribbon. If you want, you don't have to put a ribbon on here. It's entirely up to you. And then that bit will be used for your hexie needle keep. Let's have a look. We need to cut the wadding. So I've made the wadding a little bit smaller. I quite like this, like a little challenge to myself. Can I still manage to make my own makes? Can I do that, having not made it in years and years and years and years and years? We'll save that for tomorrow. And then this needs to be cut. Now, if you are someone who spray bastes, then absolutely spray baste away. If you aren't, then that's also fine. We have other ways for you as well. So, we have got so far wadding, outer, lining, and I'm going to put the iron on. Get my scissors out of the way, for they do not have a keep yet, not yet. And I found my ironing mat, which makes me very happy. Needs a wash. Needs a goodly wash, but never mind. It's all good. And let's have a little look, shall we, what we need to do next. So we have step 1, cut our fabric. We're going to place these right sides together and sew around 3 sides in just a moment when my iron's warmed up. We're going to do that on a 1/4 inch seam allowance, so I will just change that across. Oh, so last night I had a little play with some of my tapestry offcuts and made some more of those pouches. So if you wanted something to do with your little tapestry offcuts, our pouches 4 ways is all good. All good. And the thing that I really love, look at this, because when I did this show, I was in a little bit of a twit because of the horse being poorly. But what I really like is that this pouch, and I'll show you this from here, can either be flat like this and just have a little crease in the back there, or you can pull it out, because you didn't really get to see, well, there's a thread there, needs just how beautiful the ends of these are if you want to do it that way. You see, it sort of all comes down, but that's all sewn in. So you get an option as to how you want that to sit and be. And these came about because I love the back of these tapestry fabrics. They're just gorgeous. So if you're making any of the tapestry makes that we've had on the shows, and you want something, some way, somehow, to use up your scraps, then the pouch is 4 ways. is a goodly one. Okay, so we're going to put these right sides together. My rather terrible non-straight cutting. And we're going to sew round 3 sides. Like that. Let's do this on a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Around we go. Okay, so we have done that. What do my instructions say next? Honestly, I can't remember how to do this. Once you've sewn, clip the top edges to reduce bulk. We are reducing bulk. Here we go. There, like so. And then you can either spray baste this, or if you want, I'm going to use, oh, this is a new basting glue pen. I'm going to pop that on. It's going to get folded, and your glue pens are going to come in handy for the Hexie needle keep. So you're going to want to have one of those for that as well. And we're going to place that as centrally as we can. Like so. There will be an equal gap all the way around. You might be looking and going, well, hang on, it's bigger than your seam allowance. It's 1/2 inch all the way around, but bear with me, this will make sense. And that holds it enough. So if you don't want to spray baste or anything like that, that's absolutely fine. This is enough to hold that fabric in place. And because you've also left a really big turning through gap, you've always got room if you need to just set it back down, then you can. And you might want to just give that a little press. I'm going to go up into that corner and just ease out. Where are all my pokey tools? Just ease that corner out. Just go gently. And I tend to run my pokey tools down the edge. Now then, let's give that a good press. There. So our wadding doesn't quite go up to the edges, and that's exactly what we want. So we're turning through the right way. And we're going to fold this seam allowance under. Now, if you've got your tape and you want to just hold that in place with some of your tape, then do. And again, another reason that we've got a 1/2 inch there is to make that really easy to just turn over. I'm going to give that a little press. You could always glue baste it closed, I guess. You've got the glue there. Why not? Just anything really just to hold it and make it easier to get. Now, if you're inserting a hanging loop, you can do that in the top right hand corner here. If you want to, and that is entirely up to you. Okay, now we're going to go on a bit of a funny angle now. Okay, so we're going to mark down and across here, and from this side here we're going to fold that across so that it meets there, and that is met equally. Okay, then we fold this across to here, and then we fold it back over there. So fold it to there, turn it, and at each point, if you want to press it, then you can. Oh, excuse me, sniffing. There's just something. I seem to be fine, and then I come in here. Right, so we're going to fold that across there like that, and you can give that another little press. And all I'm being conscious of is just this base here. And then we're going to fold this back there. So what you get is this lovely zigzag, and then this sits on here to then be top stitched through. So we'll top stitch along there, and then that is that bit done. Refold it, and then just top stitch along those bits there, and that is oh my goodness, the big Reuben is having a little dream, bless him. So let's top stitch along. Come on. So fold that across. Did you see where it just got a little bit stuck? There we are. So what you want to do, and we are going to be, again, top stitching down there. And this is why we chose not to have all that bulk, because it does just make that difference. And I first came up with this so that I could take my scissors carefully to create and craft with me. And know that they are super well padded. And you are just top stitching. We're coming in really, really close along here. from those threads. I'm going to keep finding little threads, aren't I? But that is it. So you've got your hanging bit there, and then you can put 3 sets of scissors in there. They make really lovely gifts as well, if I'm honest. We do love those as a gift. So you might have those little ones in there. Maybe my fabric scissors in there. And then maybe my big pinking shears. And that back one there. All kept safe and sound. It's not a bad way to keep scissors. And I keep forgetting that I've got these because I did them so long ago. There you go. That is the first of the 3 makes. And I'm just looking at the time going, oh my goodness me. So for the hexy pouch, for the hexy needle keep, let's have a little look at what we need for this one. You've got templates for this one. And you're going to need your pen. You're going to need your fabrics. Should we have a quick go at it? Let's see how far we can get. Now you can do templates. I've printed this just one-sided for me just to make life a lot easier. But let's get prepped for these. So let's get our felt out. Don't know, can you? I don't know if you can see that under the lights. You can just about see that. So I am going to trace around these and then cut them out. I don't know if you can see it all through there. Can I see it? No, I can't see it properly. I'm going to have to cut this out properly and trace around it. Let's find some of these. But because this is printed onto an A4 sheet, you know that this is going to fit onto your A4 sheet of felt. And they will tessellate in. No bother. Do you know what I should have just done? Just pinned this, shouldn't I, to my piece of paper and done it in a oneer. But whilst I'm here, we'll do that now. If you want to pin that and place it, you can just cut around it. Then you can do that. So this is, and it absolutely does the job. If you want to posh it up with wool felt and everything else, then absolutely fine. Whatever you've got in your stash. But for anybody that didn't have any felt in their stash whatsoever, this is what you've got now. I always keep little bits of felt. You never quite know when you're going to need them. So yeah, that needs to sit into there, and then I can cut through all of it in a oneer. This make has got lots and lots of templates in it. And I've got to remember how on earth to make it now. But I know for sure that I'm going to need the felt. There we go. So we've got our pieces of felt. There are marks to transfer here, which you can just do and see it's mainly where it's just straight. I'm using a marker pen that is going to come out when any kind of heat is applied. Now here you've got your line there, and then you've got your sort of your sewn line, which is 1/4 of an inch in. Gosh, I do remember these being quite complicated to do because that has to sit on there like so. But that is your starting point there. Let's see what else we need to do, shall we? What do our instructions say? Excuse me. Vlizelina H640. I've got little scraps of that from yesterday that we can use. That's no bother. Or if you want to, and in fact what I will do is actually use this today. We've used this in the past, but we can do this quite easily with this one. So you'll notice you've got 2 hexes, one much bigger than the other. So this is your template for your H640 if you want to use that, but as we've got wadding, let's use that instead. So we're going to need 2 of those. Let's fold that in half. So this is just going to act. If you've got hexiforms, then you can use those instead. Instead of English paper piecing, we're using wadding, or if you want your now that is going to be padding the outside of it. What we then do is if you want to baste, see this was done, this is what I mean, so these instructions were done back in the day where we didn't necessarily have all of our all of our basting glues and things like that. Now, I've got a template if I want to cut these much bigger, or quite frankly, I can just cut them bigger. But we do have a template for those people that don't like to wing anything or get anything wrong. Now, if you're using H640, then you can use it to baste everything in place. So your H640, your side that has the adhesion would be here. But as we've got this, I'm going to baste like you would some. Otherwise, you're going to be pinning it. So the fabric is easier to use your glue basting pen on. And then there we are. If you're using the H640, you will pin these sides over, and then with a pressing mat so that you don't get adhesion onto your iron, you would just press those in place. So let's do the other one. We're going to have to get into a bit of this fabric here. Please excuse me, Stephanie, I've still got this ridiculous cold. Doesn't appear to be going anywhere. Again, you've got a template for this if you wish. But it's just a matter of making sure we get those end bits covered. Give that a little press. If you want a fussy cut, so say you've got something like the chubby cheeks, the hamsters, then you might want to fussy cut and make sure that you've got a part of that pattern showing on there, centered, then you can do that. Again, you've got the templates, you can do those onto template plastic. There we go. Fold that down like that. So we've now got, and you can give that a quick press here, just to make sure, whoops, glued that onto there. Again, be careful. There we go. So we've got our fronts and our backs there. We then need to find, where did the rest of the thread go? Oh, here we are. So you're going to cut this in half because you're going to want to have that in there. And then so we've cut these. Now what we do, and if you want those in any particular way round, then sort of choose now. If I want that at the front or at the back, or however I want those. So this is going to sit on top of these like so. And again, just checking that I'm happy with how that's going to sit. And you can glue base, or if you've got that pressing mat and you've used your H640, this H640 will be enough to hold that in place. Okay, so this is entirely up to you. Hello, hello. What's Gemma got to say? Oh, got you some YouTube comments. Ah, good morning, says Ali. I do not want to jinx things, but the weather here in West Berkshire is rather lovely and spring-like. Ooh, patterns. And Cynthia's being organised is not in my DNA. No, me too. I'm a messy girl, and any tool to organise it is a plus. Yes. And Megan says, good morning, making chocolate cake for singing group tonight. Oh, that sounds fantastic. And Cindy is in Yeovil, Australia, and says, hello, everyone. Beautiful evening there. And it's a sunny day in Cyprus, says Anne. And please may we see the puppy eyes opened up. Yes, I'll get back to that, Sarah. And I have the needle keep I made at junior school for my mum. Amazing. Masons. Right, let's base this in place. You can base it in place either from the back of your felt or from there, but that just has to sit centrally in there. Let's fold that, and then again here. So when we first did this, Soline glue pens, they weren't quite as prevalent as they are now. You'd have to sort of sew baste. Right, there we go. So you see that's going to fold like that. And you can pop this underneath there. And that underneath there. And then we're going to get this one, and this is going to sit on top of those like so, and that will all start to sew down. So let's get stitching. We're going to sew down these lines here. I think that's right. No, sew down these lines here. There we go. So that sews everything into place. I think that's right. This bit here is just really the spine. So you can either sew down these bits there or not. It's up to you. Or you could just use a decorative stitch. It's up to you. I'm just going to stitch down there and leave that there. And I'm going to put my stitch on a straight stitch in the middle. So we sort of create a book of stitches, if you will. And you can either sew on those ones there, or you can just sew down the middle of it if you want, and you don't have to do a zigzag. A tiny zigzag is a beautiful thing if you wish, but I'm going to make it really narrow if I'm going to go down that little bit there. And that's just to give you kind of a spine. you can see the spine is just down the back of it there. Let's trim away some of these. And then what you'll do is move that out of the way, and then you'll sew around where you've sort of left off, if you will. Oh, no. Not in a zigzag, put it back to your straight stitch. That's going to really help, isn't it? Let's just take that stitch away. I haven't quite got rid of it all. But that will then hold. And if you're putting a thread in, just make sure that it's in far enough to be caught in with that stitch. But you can see you just now got is a lovely little book. We can snip away its threads later with little leaves. Let's just sew down around the back there. You can do it in a thread that coordinates. I always do it in a thread that's going to show up. Oh no! I didn't put my thread in. No! Uh-oh. I'm going to have to do some unpicking. How many of you were shouting at me? Don't forget your thread. Don't forget it. Popped it in one side and it had fallen out. Uh-oh. It's a disaster. It's not. Just unpick. Poke it in and restitch. Not a disaster at all. I just didn't fix it in well enough. I should have glue based that in, shouldn't I? Sew that in. Disaster averted, I think. And then I'm just going to apply a little bit of heat onto my acrylic over here just to get rid of those markers. I'm going to snip those threads away. And there we have it. In the space of really not very much time at all, we have managed to produce a couple of matching items. I need to put the lid on. Honestly, I'm always on at my daughter to put the lid on it. Let's have a look where we are. So we now have, we've got our scissor keep, and now we've got our needle keep. So we've done that as the spine down the back. We have got, you can use this and this and this. If you use the template, then this is nice and even underneath. Because if you're using a dark fabric, then you will see that. But then all you need to do here is just tie it together. You can do it on a corner, you can do it in the middle, you can do it however you wish. But now you've got, with matching threads everywhere, a really lovely little gift. And then tomorrow we'll do the folded pouch so that then you've got a trio to go together out of this one kit for just $14.99. So that's, yeah, a fiver a make. So that is today's show. Please do join me for tomorrow's show where we will make even more because it is what it says on the tin. It is Natasha Makes. Like I say, I've got one of the Fernshaw quilt kits left. Some of these tapestries have sold out in the bundles, but are still available by the half metre. What else we got? What else we got? Patterns galore. Velvets as well. I don't know if you saw that we've got a beautiful restock of the velvets. Look at the peacock. It's just beautiful. Do you know what? These sell out. This is a restock of this because it's sold out. And we haven't really even made anything with it yet. What would you like to make with these velvets? Because we've got some proper, I mean, obviously cushions are going to be really rather stunning. And this one is back in stock as well. Check that out. How stunning. So yeah, let me know if there's anything that you would like to make with these. Or if we're assuming that you're making cushions and bigger projects, what are we going to do with those offcuts? Ooh, lovely. Right, everybody, thank you very much for joining me. I will see you here at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Take care. Happy shopping. Thank you for joining me. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.